Well done, Jane. You've won this Arga Ladies race on Hay Porter here at Garthorpe. Quite a exciting race. One or two incidents, mainly Claire Hart tipping up on Ungaro with a circuit to go. Did that affect your horse at all?
Yeah, it did. Mine was pulling quite keen and I was just sat in behind her, and the last thing I wanted for her to do was take a fall because it left me in front. But he went on for the circuit after. He jumped well once he'd hit the front. And I knew he stayed, but we weren't sure how fit he was because he'd had 2 years off, so it was his first run back. So yeah, it was sort of a bit unknown how he'd go today, but yeah, he was obviously fit enough. Mum had done a good job, and yeah, he stuck it out well and went on and won.
Now, coming to the last, you had Angela Rucker upside with Sagali Reek, which ran out at the last. Now, that made your job a tiny bit easier, would you say, or do you think you had the beating of that horse?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure at all. I know I could feel someone down his back quarters, and I knew it was probably her. I had still had plenty left, but I was very much one-paced. I knew that she'd finish with a flurry, and then I could hear on the commentary that something had gone on. So I took a sneaky peek behind and seen that she'd run out. So yeah, he won easily in the end, but I'm not sure he would have won so easily if she'd jumped the fence.
Now, Hay Porter, first time out this time round, do you think they'd be good enough to go to Stratford for the Arga final?
Oh, I don't know. No idea. We'll see how he comes out of this race and make a plan from there.
OK, Jane, just remind us what you do for the rest of the week. I think you a lady of some leisure almost.
John? No, I do my pointer-pointers at home. Keeps me very busy, and I go to Phil Rowley's twice a week. I can't believe you said that, John.
Jane, we've seen how good you are at riding horses. What are you like on a Saturday night?
At the moment, I go to bed at 7 o'clock, as soon as I can. Yeah, too tired at the moment to go out partying.
OK, now, Jane, do you believe that the lady jockeys are just as good as the gentleman jockeys?
Of course we are. Yeah, no, we obviously give as good as we get, and we love it just as much. Yeah, I don't see why we're not just as good.
OK, and how hard is it for a lady rider to get outside rides when the owners could ask for a man to ride it?
I think there's special, certain horses that do want a lady on them. Perhaps the lad I rode today would be probably better with a man on him. He's quite keen, he's a big horse to hold together. But yeah, there's certainly plenty of horses out there that do want to be ridden by a lady. Perhaps just a gentler approach, or yeah, just fill a horse with confidence.
And if you were a stable girl and you were looking for outside rides in point-to-points, how difficult would that be to get your first ride?
Yeah, pretty tricky. I think you need to be in a yard that's willing to put a lady up in the first place, and then obviously you've got to put the time in and the effort in and hope that your chance comes round.
You know, the northern girls think the southern girls are a bunch of softies. How do you think they're going to get on when they come down to Stratford?
Well, I'd just like to say that I'm not a southerner and I'm not a northerner, I'm a midlander. The northern girls are great, and so are the southern girls. You're not catching me out, John.
And lastly, Jane, David Simpson and his Arga sponsorship. What do you think of David? He really puts his neck on the line with his sponsorship, doesn't he?
It does, it's fantastic. All the girls really appreciate it. And it's given us something to get behind and really have a go at and collect the points. And yeah, everyone's loving it. And it wouldn't be as special without the Arga sponsorship.
Jane, thanks for talking to us today, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Thanks, John.